Hi, I'm RC Jim. Well, this weekend I had the opportunity to attend the Hunter Valley Airshow, and boy, was it a great experience. Certainly the turbine-powered jets, radio-controlled jets, were a big part of the attraction for me. But hey, flying is great no matter what it is, and the full-size aircraft were really exciting as well. So I've got some snippets of the show for you, including the radio-controlled jets as well as the other aircraft, and I hope that it will be something enjoyable for you as well. As you watch, keep in mind that I'm giving you the sound as well as the video from my vantage point, and I'm right in front of a speaker with a commentary from the guys that are running the show. And naturally, as I'm giving you little clips here and there, you're not going to get the whole story of what they're saying. But I wanted you to be able to get the atmosphere and especially hear the sound of the aircraft themselves. As you watch the aircraft, rather than having me tell you what they all are, see how many of them you can pick out. And if you're wondering about some of them, well, put in the comments below the question that you might have as to which aircraft is which.
For very specific missions actually do the same as deep sea divers. They pre-breathe 100% oxygen to flush the nitrogen out of their bloodstream, and they also use an oxygen bottle for descent. So hats off to the military that do this, and they are part of the aircraft of the US Air Force and the US Navy. Later on, as performance of the jets increased, they increased the horses. Really close formation there. You'll get into things like the PC-21 and then go onto the Hawk if you're going onto a stream for F-30 stows that have been fixed in a short period of time. Straight after that, in August...
New things here that you may not see anywhere else. As we're about to get underway with another display of our Sky Ace RC team. Levi, Jeff, just putting on a great show. Was on in the early part of the show. We know we've had hundreds of more people coming on through since that. And if you hear the noise of a jet, well, that's because we got two on the ground.
Really like to thank Harrigan's Hunter Valley, all of the pilots, the ground crew, they are all staying at Harrigan's, and they put on a great feed up there. So if you're coming up to stay in the Hunter, or if you live here, just head out to Harrigan's. Not far away from the airfield, just a couple of minutes up the road, and I'll tell you what, they do a damn fine steak. Also like to mention Little Wings. They are the charity partner here for the Hunter Valley Airshow. We are supporting them. They do incredible work supporting sick children and their families in regional areas with ongoing flight and transport services. So be sure to make use of their return and earn bins throughout the show to help support this great cause.
But you're right, Ando, no matter how many times we see these acts, they still give you and I a buzz.
Oh, absolutely, because, okay, for all of the pilots in here, we know what they're actually doing, but just to think of what's going in the cockpit, think of what he has to do. It's like muscle memory, each of these particular manoeuvres, and you give a great description of what he does.
And look, it's something very important you take the opportunity, just while you were calling through the T-28s, I took a peek here in the green.
Bringing that F-16 now, Jeff Sparks. Bang, and down. The F-18, fantastic.
successfully run so far, and I'm sure the rest of the day is going to be much the same.
And we're very, very happy to have Cescolt City Council on board with us as well, because it's the gross takeoff weight of the aeroplane, you're allowed to fly it. But just missed out with the paperwork, but it shall be, I guarantee you, at the next Paul's display. Be great to see that. And we don't know who's flying it yet, but I'm guaranteeing it's going to be Paul and Newbs. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, 50 plus, we have a lot of heat out here today.
Okay, Ando, we are smoke on, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on, sit down, stand up. For 15 minutes of aerobatics that is going to blow your mind. I introduce to you Paul Bennett and the Wolf Pits Pro. The full show, ladies and gentlemen, unedited, raw, here in the Hunter Valley. 400 horsepower, 400 kilos. The highest performing glide plane in the world. As he'll bring it down through, you get your hats and wave them in the air. And let's start off Paul Bennett in the Wolf Pits Pro demonstration. Smack bang down on the deck at over 400 kilometres an hour. Paul will now climb up to the dizzy height. Now an avalanche of snap rolls as he brings it straight back down the earth. Put your hands together, we're only at the start of this great demonstration. One full roll, and look at that, throwing this Wolf Pits Pro around. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll watch that wing over. Well, it throws the aeroplane straight over the top. And what looks like falling back to the
As you see Paul Bennett come in with another knife edge, keep in mind that he's now in between the runway and the taxiway, and there just happens to be a motorcycle ramp there.
Yeah, come on out of that.
How good is that?
Let's watch that again in slow motion. Yeah, Paul Bennett's coming in there on the knife edge, and look for the motorcycle.
That's really important in agriculture, understanding different things. You see there we've just changed.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen to the sound of these beautiful Merlin engines. History. The B model Mustang and head off to a holding area. This is the heaviest single-engined aircraft to come out of the Second World War. Doesn't look like much on the ground, it looks quite ungainly in fact, and that's why they call the thing the Turkey. But when she gets off the ground and pulls the skirts up, it really gets going.
Which she's about to lift a skirt now. Have a listen to this.
Ships, the Musashi and the Yamato, the biggest aircraft carriers. You see the Bombay doors open there. There was only a very narrow gap in the walls. You had anti-aircraft guns on the top and anti-aircraft guns in the bottom. Used by the Royal Navy as well in the British Pacific Fleet, and also of them. 650 caliber machine guns, 2,000 pounds of bombs, drop tanks, and up to 8 5-inch diameter rockets, air-to-ground rockets. Again, hesitation roll, very, very crisp, very precise. And you get a fantastic view out of this aircraft.
To take off as well, followed by the Trojan setting up for the Balboa.
That is an incredible sound. That's 1,425 horsepower. Particular category. Paul is now coming along just ahead of the Mustang. So when he comes in and pulls up, give him a huge wave and a round of applause, because that was something absolutely special. Only the Elbo's actually named after an Italian fascist marshal of the Italian Royal Air Force. It was called the Regia Aeronautica. Look at that wonderful formation.
Beautifully flown here. Geez, we're lucky to have the pilots that we have here now.
Yep, highly experienced. And you look at that. We're going to have some formation flying first. Now this is certainly not new material for either of these guys. Glenn will be doing the solo demonstration in this aircraft, and Nick is currently guides feeling what the aeroplane's doing. He's looking out of the side because you can see right the way through the aeroplane basically. He's looking out, judging his speed, judging the speed of the truck, judging any slight crosswind. Even this light wind that we have here now can affect it.
This is looking better.
Oh yeah, getting closer, getting closer. Wheels are down.
Front wheels are on.
He's going to push it forward and drop it into that little slot in the front.
It's not there yet.
There it goes. Pull the power off and let the tail settle. There it is.
Hunter Valley, put your hands together, Paul Bennett. And the word is, if you want to be as crazy as this mob, we're going to see the Aero Hunter Flight School and flight simulation in front of the Paul Bennett merchandise truck. Go straight there and you can learn, well, that could be the start of your aviation career, life, hobby, whatever you want to do.
There's so many things you can see and do. Here he is rolling. Get the aircraft up to speed. You can see the tail has come up already. And off he goes.
Simple as that. It's simple it is not, ladies and gentlemen. Jumps down and does a cheeky one in front of the Chevy pickup. And put your hands together, show some appreciation, because it's out of World War II. A show on its own. But here we are staged and ready, ladies and gentlemen. Strap yourself in for 15 minutes of unforgettable aerobatics. They'll have you wondering why and questioning how for the next few months. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the Sky Aces, Paul Bennett, Smoke On, Glenn Collins. We've got them airborne. So, Ace 1 and 2, they will form together for the first time in what we call an echelon formation. Out there in the distance, Paulie's team, the Aces, are coming back to the crowd. And I've told you all day, I want you to make some noise, I want you to be loud. This is where you go look loud. Because they should form into a diamond formation. Bring it down nice and low, like no one else. Paul Bennett will bring it through. You got to look loud. I want you to get up. I want to wave your hands, your hats, your kids and cans in the air. We've got smoke on. The Sky Aces are here as they drop down in to the 40 diamond. Inches from each other and your first 4-ship loop today. Only the Sky Aces can cast an image like that here in the Australian sky. And they are stuck like glue now in that 4-wing formation. That nice big wing over there, and they'll bring it straight back towards the crowd. Face a forward-ship parallel as tight as you can get it. Here we go. We call as we see it. There we go, the inverted Concorde. You'll turn slowly into the ground and a vertical climb. There we go, it's all right on our hands, folks. Look at that, no one in the world ends up right from the prop like Bullman. Brings it back down through the space. Glenn Collins attacks as he falls back to earth. Look at that! It's absolutely about 1,000 kilometres an hour as he goes past us. This is the bit I like. Aircraft flying at a higher angle of attack, but again, this is a handling display, it is not a performance display. So it's not necessary, but if you have a look at it, the computer is sitting there and it's working out a lot. Listen to that sound of that engine, and then listen to it when it lights up. You see the time.
Well, thank you for watching this video. Well, it's good to know that people are able to enjoy some of the things that I enjoy, and it's great to be able to share them. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. And of course, have a look at some of the other videos on our channel. You have a great day and enjoy your flying and watching others fly.